I'm going on a city ride along for the next 90 minutes. Now, I've had 2 Negronis. Have I made a mistake? Let's find out. Seems I was wrong. Seems the ride along was moved to next week. Today's first Thursdays, so I probably didn't want to be out either way. With all the artsy people, Mr. Car, are you gonna hit me? Thank you. Yeah, so I'm heading home. This is now a goal review video. Alright, see you in a bit. Change of plans. I'm gonna be like everybody else in the street and enjoy a drink on my first Thursday. And let's do this goal review tomorrow. So it's been 4 days since I last hit record. I fell into spending the Easter weekend as a holiday. I'm not mad, but now it's time to do the actual goal review. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm done now with the initial review. I'm gonna let it wash around in my brain for a bit and then we can debrief. I'll see you in about an hour or so. Okay, so I've gone through my goals, I thought about them, and most of them seem to be on track. But something stuck out to me while I was doing that is that my learning how to swim goal was at 0%. None of the actionable steps had been actioned. So I made that a priority, and right now I'm heading to Swimmable to find out how much is it gonna cost me to survive in the water. Let's go. bit overly eager. They only open at 2 o'clock. So I'll be back tomorrow. I've done the review and I tried to get the swimming lesson started, but I was a bit too hasty with that one. But what matters is that I have actioned something. You cannot steer a stationary ship. For the most part, all of my goals are in motion, which is the most important part. So let's do a bit of a quick review. So the goals are split into a bit of a spectrum. On the far side, there are more immediate, more money-making, life-sustaining things like my 9 to 5 and some projects that I might be trying to do for the future. And then on the opposite end are things which are specifically just for the sake of living, for bettering my experience of life. And in the middle are these activities which benefit both sides. Now I'm gonna start with those activities. The first one is publishing 50 blog posts. On that one, I am 10 or 50 complete. That's about 20% complete, or exactly 20% complete. And I first began this habit because I wanted to become a better writer. It's better to write 100 posts through 100 hours as opposed to one post in 100 hours, right? I'm pretty much on target with this one, even though there are 2 weeks which I haven't published. It was semi-intentional, so I'm still happy with that one. If anything, I want to up the ante and become more consistent. Then there is the YouTube question. So this vlog has been maintained the best of these habits which inhabit in this middle part of the spectrum. I have 12, now 13 videos live on the channel, and I enjoy this of all of them, and it shows because I've been very consistent. It's been very encouraging and adding to the energy. But what I've realized is that the blog and the vlog are trying to accomplish the same thing. Identify with a group of people with like-minded interests, with similar values, and hone in on this and make it a community that will help me build the next things I want to build. Where they differ is that the vlogs are very demanding. On average, I take 4 hours to edit down a bunch of footage into a 5 to 8 minute vlog. You know, that's quite the commitment. Whereas the blog posts, within an hour, I can both draft and edit, and sometimes even publish a single post. Now that's a high leverage activity, which means for every single vlog, I could have published 4 blog posts. So that's something to think about. On the newsletter front, it's been super consistent. It's been pretty much in line with the vlog. The difference is now that I would like to change the formatting of my newsletters to better support and not differentiate between a vlog or a blog and just have them be a story of the week. I think that will make it a bit easier on my brain to publish these things. Now let's move to the other side of the spectrum, to activities which are important for sanitary needs, but also which are helping secure the future. The first one is moving from being an individual contributor at my work and becoming more of a team lead. This one has been moving rather favorably. I would estimate I'm 30% of the way in there. I've already taken on more of the duties of a team lead, doing more interviews, starting to play more of a mentor role. But something that's been suffering a bit is my technical contributions. There's still space to show up a bit more on that front. So I'm working on that part. But what I really want to look at is this one goal of making $100 from the App Store. That's more about securing the future. I have a labor of love that I'd been working on, and you see the progress here reads as 0%. And that's not because I haven't done any work, but that's because I haven't released the app. And until I've released the app, then I can't measure, I can't determine if it's the one that will lead me towards making this $100 from the App Store this year. So until I've made any actual releasing, this will probably stay at 0%. In actuality, given how much effort I've put in, it's closer to 50% in terms of the build. Let's say 45% if we are being modest, because it's mostly done. It's just that last bit of work that needs to be done. But until it's released, it's hard to actually validate. Okay, the fun stuff. Let's move on to the opposite end too of our spectrum, our goal spectrum. And what we find there is weighing in at 100 kgs at the end of the year. Now, currently I'm at 127.5. I began the year at around 130, 132. That's rounded down to 130. And averaging it out for the last 3 months, it's been a 2.5 decrease in body weight. I've lost size, but it's come from muscle gain and fat loss, but the weight has been pretty much the same. And as much as those measures make me feel good, I am a bit more concerned on the weight front, because if I'm running at 127.5, my knees will hate me. I'm pursuing this one so that I can get to a running weight, so I can get to a triathlon weight, which is the long-term goal over the next 3-5 years. So far, it's not too bad. The issue so far is diet, so I need to put more effort on that. But I am not too mad, I'm not too sad with my progress given the average of the last 3 months. Any bit of progress is progress. And finally, learning how to swim. That's the reason I was outside trying to get those lessons. This is a big lesson. When you commit to a goal and you fail to act on it as soon as possible, then usually you are condemning it to being a dream. And that's exactly what happened here. 3 months, I didn't even think about this because I didn't create an action plan for it. Now that I've gone there, and then I'll revisit tomorrow and get an actual cost so that I can actually start doing these lessons, and then I can make some progress on this. The most important thing for me about this exercise is looking at my goals, looking at how far I've come with them, so that I can assess if I am correctly prioritizing my energy and efforts. If I were to proceed through the year as I have so far, I could easily have 50, maybe even more videos on my vlog. But if I were to do that, I still wouldn't be all too happy with my accomplishments by the end of the year, because I wouldn't have done what I wanted to do with my work at my office and with regards to investing in the future, and I wouldn't have done enough in terms of my health and my fitness if all my energies solely went to vlogging. The question I'm trying to answer with this goal review is, am I spending my energy properly? And in order to understand this, I need to do a habit audit. That's going to take a bit of a while, so let's catch up in the next video and we can look at how I actually did that. Till then, be you, be great.